Trump's doubling down, saying he's never been to Epstein's Island, and he's still suggesting that the Democrats have planted something in the Epstein files. The CEO found cheating at a Coldplay concert is considering suing, and Trump takes aim at UK's approach to free speech while driving around in an armored buggy. We have all that and so many more stories. This is your daily injection of political crack. I know you can't stop watching, so let's go! Starting with Trump saying that he never went to Epstein's Island. He's still talking about this. He's in Scotland right now talking about this.
For years, I wouldn't talk to Jeffrey Epstein because he did something that was inappropriate. He hired help, and I said, don't ever do that again. He stole people that work for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place, and that was it. I'm glad I did, if you want to know the truth. And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times.
Talking point.
I never went to the island, but Larry Summers, I hear, went there. He was the head of Harvard.
Talking point.
And many other people that are very big people. Nobody ever talks about them.
Talking point.
I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island.
The more this man talks about his interactions with Epstein, the fishier it gets, I gotta say. I'm still just like, something is up. My alarm bells are ringing. President Trump suggests something was planted in the Epstein files, says they were run by the Biden administration. Those files were run by the worst scum on earth.
Or your name has not appeared in the Epstein files. But doesn't the AG have to tell you if your name is...
Well, I haven't been overly interested in it. You know, it's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion. I can say this, those files were run by the worst scum on earth. They were run by Comey, they were run by Garland, they were run by Biden and all of the people that actually ran the government, including the auto pen. Those files were run for 4 years by those people. If they had anything, I assume they would have released it. The whole thing.
A lot of people are always saying, well, yeah, why didn't they release it if they had something? And then the counter argument is always because they're in on it too. So I don't know. And of course, JD Vance is running defense for Donald Trump. I think there was a great question asked here, though. Let's listen to it.
I guess I'm going to be that person. There are some protesters outside accusing the GOP of protecting
PDF file.
And we're wondering what you think are the reasons the U.S. government should shield the client list of Epstein from the public, and what you have to say about any relevance to that here today.
Well, let me say just a couple of things. If you want to criticize the people who aren't showing full transparency, you ought to go after the administrations that went easy on Jeffrey Epstein, the administrations that concealed this case for 20 years, and the administrations that failed to show full transparency. Donald J. Trump, I'm telling you, he's got nothing to hide. His administration has got nothing to hide, and that's why he's been an advocate for full transparency in this case. He's going to keep on being an advocate for full transparency, but while we're focused on that case, Donald J. Trump is also worried about making sure these great workers get more take-home pay and better jobs, and that's the focus of the administration.
Bro, like, this man has me convinced, dude. Like, Trump's not on that list no more, bro. This guy's so good at running defense for Trump. Trump likes JD Vance way more than the last guy. What was his name? I forgot, but he looked like he belongs on a box of crackers. Oh, just in, apparently Trump has released the Epstein files. Let's take a look at that. Redacted. Here we go. Here's some names. Crooked Hillary, Bruce Springsteen, Sleepy Joe, Elon Musk. What? No, not my boy Musk. Rosie O'Donnell, Barack Hussein, Obama, and Eric. Moving on. Breaking news. Woo, 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 bam, 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 bam. Breaking news. CEO Andy Byron has prepared the documents to move forward with suing Coldplay for ruining his life. Nothing says real man like blaming everyone but yourself for your own actions. So I've seen this. This is all over the internet. This comes from Professor Nez. No sources, just breaking news from Professor Nez. I don't know, like, we tried looking this up. We couldn't find anything. Like, we couldn't find a source of, like, if this is true. It just seems like everyone's just saying it. So this is in quotations. From Brian Eastwood X, a song cost me my family, my job, and everything I built. That doesn't sound like something that would be said. That sounds made up to me. I don't know if this is true. Tech CEO Andy Byron is threatening to sue Coldplay while a case with AHR chief Christian Kobach is destroying his life. His wife is demanding a $50 million divorce. His children are gone. And the chaos in the boardroom is growing by the hour. It seems like it's completely fucking made up. Like, I'm sure that, like, the dude's gonna get divorced. He's probably gonna lose a bunch of money. I don't think that he's planning to sue anybody. Astronomers HR chief Christian Kobach seen with her husband and wedding ring in this picture taken just before the Coldplay concert. Nobody knows if this was just before or not. They're just saying that. Isn't that wild how that works? One thing that we do know is that Messi and his wife was found at a Coldplay concert in Miami. Yeah. There he is. They look so uncomfortable. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. In other news, a crazy trans person threatens people with a knife in the New York City subway. Ooh, I'm going to preface by saying this. Hey, I'm not against saying the term crazy trans person. All right. But hey, I'm also not against saying, hey, this awesome trans person either. All right. Any group of people can have a crazy, even the trans. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's a trans person. Hey, they being crazy. They got a knife on the subway. I don't know if I should even be showing this. She's threatening to stab, dude. This guy better back up. Better get out that car. Not much else to that story. It's just going absolutely viral all over X. I figured, you know, hey, this is going viral. Everyone wants to see the crazy trans person. So here we are. And I also thought it was a good opportunity to say, awesome trans people exist too. The UK done did it now, bro. They done did it. It's slippery slope. Next is going to be even crazier. They're just letting their rights go left and right. More like right and right. Their rights, they fucking flying away. They have now passed a law to where you have to verify your age to use the internet in the UK. They disguised this as like, hey, we're trying to protect the kids from the porn. You got to protect them from the porn. Trust me, little boys are always going to find a way to look at boobies. It's a fact, dude. You ain't stopping. All right, you're not stopping what's going to happen. But really what they're doing is they're now tracking what all the adults are doing online. It's always sold under the guise of we're protecting. It's for our safety. And then more rights get taken away. So English content creators can expect flagged content and suppression, shadow bans, auto-blocking terms and topics, proactive investigations. Basically, everything that you do online is now to be criticized, and there's going to be even more reasons to arrest people in the UK for internet activities. And what's really interesting, I was even talking to Archie about this. He was like, I think this is a good thing. It's good for the kids. And I'm, you know, and I was like, bro, they tricked you. Kids are going to look at boobies. They're going to, bro. I did. Nothing stopped me. I had my dad's biker magazines hiding underneath my damn bed. They were, you know, older ladies, you know, on those bikes, but hey, it's all I had. Here's an interesting clip of basically the Labour MP finally admitting exactly what we're talking about.
Online safety bill. If it's just about children, is it just about children, or does it focus
do you think
on adults?
that should be an elite squad?
Barry, does it just focus?
Protect 13-year-old
I'm sorry,
girls?
the elite squad is not about children. Actually, shall I read you the thing? An elite squad of police officers is to monitor social media for anti-migrant sentiment. I don't think 13-year-olds are engaging that. So, is it also to monitor adults? Simple question, yes or no?
Yes, of course it will.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Sorry.
there it is. So yes, it's you know, it's not as they're saying it is. But here's the icing on the cake. Trump owns a very popular social media website called Truth Social, and he is just now finding out in front of the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, that his website is going to get affected by these laws. And I think that this is the most interesting part of things.
Mr. President, you have a successful social media site.
Yeah.
There are new powers here to censor your site, state mandated powers.
To censor my site?
To censor your site and
You mean
Twitter
Truth?
and Facebook.
Truth Social?
I mean Truth. Is that okay?
Well, I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good.
Did you see that lick? Hold on, look at it lick his lips after he, like, just watch, dude. There's so much
I mean, truth. Is that okay?
I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good things. Will you please uncensor my site?
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone.
Yeah, you are.
We've got some measures which are there to protect children, in particular from sites like...
Yeah. The UK government has responded to the petition with nearly 400,000 signatures to repeal the Online Safety Act. They have no plans to repeal the Online Safety Act. Damn, so this is like, there's nothing you could do. This is not democracy. This is not democracy. But of course, people are getting past these measures. People in the UK are using Norman Reedus' highly detailed face from Death Stranding to get past newly imposed age restrictions. So yeah, there it is. They take this face and they're using it to get past the age restrictions because he looks older. That's so funny that that actually works. UK citizens are now being forced to comply with privacy invasive age verification just to use Reddit, Blue Sky, and soon any other website that might contain adult themes. UK users logging onto the internet today. Look at Big Ben behind him.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
That sucks. Imagine just waking up and then you're like, yeah, no porn for you, bro, unless you let us know what you're looking at. Trump is visiting the UK and he has a property in Scotland that he owns. It's like right on his golf course. So he's at his own property in the UK and he's like hosting the Prime Minister of England, like, here you go, sir, welcome to my estate, which is just so comical. But then Trump and the Prime Minister start to get into it. Honestly, actually, not really. The Prime Minister doesn't really engage, but that doesn't stop Trump from engaging, particularly when he starts getting asked about free speech.
Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular. Perhaps they are, but
We've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud.
Limited free speech, yeah, sure. Trump continues. He says Europe is a very different place than it was 5 years ago. Starmer is so uncomfortable with these clips, man.
you know, Europe is a much different place than it was just 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Look at Starmer.
They've got to get their act together. If they don't, you're not going to have Europe anymore as you know it. And
right
you can't
next
do
to him.
that. This is a magnificent part of the world, and you cannot ruin it. You cannot let people come in here illegally. And what happens is there'll be murderers, there'll be drug dealers, there'll be all sorts of things that other countries don't want. And they send them to you, and they send them to us, and you've got to stop them.
If you watch these clips, just look at Starmer's just posture and face. Like, he's so uncomfortable. That's the best thing about it. It doesn't end. Trump just kept going the entire day with this guy. It's like he's trolling Keir Starmer. This is the best one. Keir gets asked, Trump makes it look easy dealing with illegal migration. You must be envious of his record in such a short period of time. And you can just look at his face. It is robotic. Cannot compute. Just watch.
The president makes it look easy dealing with illegal migration. You must be envious of his record in such a short period of time.
Well, I think we've been discussing irregular, illegal migration is a huge issue in both of our countries. In the United Kingdom, it is a real cause for concern, and that's why we must bear down on it.
He's so good at just saying nothing. It does not end there. Trump then begins to talk shit on the mayor of London. Starmer says he's actually a friend of mine.
I think he's done a terrible job, the mayor of London. But
this is so
a
satisfying.
nasty person. I think he's done. I think
He's a friend of mine, actually.
No, I think he's done a terrible job. But
Doesn't give a shit.
But I would certainly.
Does not give two shits at their friends. He thinks he's done a terrible job. Doesn't matter. This man will just say whatever he thinks he needs to say. And then after a long day of shitting on UK leadership, Trump decides to get a good game of golf in on his own golf course. And as you can see, he has an armored golf cart. That is fucking awesome. People are calling it the Golf Force One, as they should. Let's see this putt, Trump. Can he putt? Let's see the putt. Don't cut away from the putt. Did he get that? Oh, that was a beautiful putt. The man can golf. In other news, CNN has officially admitted that Trump's tariffs are actually working. I swear to God, I shit you not. Just watch the clip. I will show you right now.
He's been issuing many threats of tariffs, but they clearly have been working in terms of bringing other countries, allies, and adversaries alike, in some cases, to the negotiating table. The latest example was today here in Scotland when the leader of the European Commission, who, of course, is negotiating for the European Union, she agreed to a 15% across-the-board tariff. Now, that is significantly higher than the 10% tariffs in existence now, but since but it's much lower than
it's hard to say.
30% threat that was coming on Friday and the 50% threat that was made in May. So clearly there has been an instance where the president has been using his threats of higher tariffs as a negotiating tactic, and in this case, it certainly worked.
That's what we've been saying the whole fucking time. All these tariff experts coming out of nowhere when Trump's talking about, I love tariffs, and they're only thinking of like how a tariff is traditionally used. And nobody is considering the fact that Trump is just making people come and negotiate with him so he can get better deals. That's not going to stop the lefties in political power from basically trying to deny anything and resist Trump by all means necessary.
Donald Trump announced a new trade deal with the European Union. It will result in a $90 billion per year tax hike on American families. When you raise tariffs, the American families pay for it. $90 billion tax on American families in this tariff deal with the European Union. Donald Trump is, as usual, trying to hype up, exaggerate, and lie about his accomplishments. Donald Trump always lies, almost always lies about his accomplishments, and this is no exception.
I just watched a clip of CNN saying otherwise. Conspiracy time! Apparently, there's a guy that figured out how to turn plastic waste into gasoline. I don't believe it. I don't. But he went missing? The whole internet's talking about this guy. The gasoline companies, they don't want anyone to know how this works.
Everybody, I can't go into too much detail, but there is some very, very odd stuff going on. I'm certainly under attack right now in many different ways, and I just want everybody to know to just kind of have your eyes open, and I have my eyes open.
Sounds like he's setting up for him to disappear,
so
make it look like he disappeared.
I'm still building. Nothing's gonna stop that. But I'm just telling you guys right now, be on the lookout, because I'm under.
He's setting it up. This guy is psycho and he's out of his fucking mind. And of course, his family, his mom has gone online and said, no, he's safe, he's fine. Because like the internet started calling around because he's doing his antics. This guy, he's either insane or he's just, he's making content and he's playing the internet. I mean, I think more likely he's totally sane and he's just fucking with everybody because people will believe shit and spread it. Breaking news! President Trump announces a new Russia ceasefire deadline of 10 or 12 days. Basically, he's learning that Putin doesn't say the truth ever, and he's polite, he's pleasant, and then he goes and bombs the fuck out of people.
A new deadline of about...
Because he wants to get what he gets, or because he wants to get what he wants. So he says whatever he needs to, and of course is cordial and stuff, and Trump falls right into that, and he has learned to stop.
Earlier you said that you were going to change the deadline from 50 days.
Yeah, I'm going to make a new deadline of about 10 or 12 days from today. There's no reason in waiting. There's no reason in waiting. It's 50 days. I want to be generous, but we just don't see any progress being made.
So what do we do now? Like we're gonna go, like, I guess just give Ukraine more weapons? Like what are we doing? And finally, to wrap things up, if you squint your eyes, you can see the world's favorite person. Much love, you guys. I gotta get the fuck out of here. See ya.